honorary title of winter champions, completing the first half of the season unbeaten at Abbott without Xabi Alonso and Valerie Karpin, and they would need to call on Sander Westerveld as well. He was the saviour last when he pulled out. Stop. This was a harsh call. Goles was without Cabo, suspended after last week's sending off. What a save that was, though, from Sander Westerveld. Reminding a few just what he's capable of producing when he's on top of his game. The opening goal came after 46 minutes. The defence would be caught absolutely asleep here. De Pedro and Typhoon with his first goal of the season. They'd only won here 4 times in 53 visits. A few had tried to unsettle the camp earlier on in the day, suggesting that Niat was unhappy and on his way out. The lead, well, that lasted 2 minutes. Torres to Carrera, who found Luis Garcia with a stunning finish. That they thought would set it all up for the second half onslaught. 3 draws and a victory in the last 4 meetings between these two. The victory was for Atletico Madrid, but what about that? Kovacevic with his 11th goal of the season. Equally as good a finish as that of Luis Garcia. The cross from Recata, and that was an outstanding goal. Final score, 2-1 to Sociedad. Bilbao will repeat last season's League and Cup wins for Madrid. They need to show a dramatic turnaround in fortunes for a side who'd taken 6 points from 21. Looked as if he was rolling back the years there, Ronaldo, producing what he thought looked like a goal from yesteryear, the golden era, but the keeper saving it with his feet. A Real 6-match winning run ended with last week's derby drawn, despite the weakened lineup midweek. This draw against Mallorca wasn't anything special, so this was a key moment in this game. They were looking uncomfortable up to this point. Ronaldo finally getting the goal. 57 minutes had gone. Bilbao were to deservedly get level. 70 minutes. Xavi Gonzalez, Echeverria, Gonzalez again for Delono. Swift cross, incisive volley, deserved equaliser. Not been a happy ground this for Madrid in recent years. Their last win back in 1998. As Real, who normally get all the luck in the final minutes of game, they weren't to get any today. Figo's free kick was saved there, and then the follow-up corner was to produce a moment of farce and comedy as the keeper who kept Bilbao in the game with a series of great saves in the second half dropped it on the line. Nobody could put it over the line. Final score, 1-1. Most of the headlines for Valencia are being made off the field with the presidential elections descending into a mud-slinging farce. Valencia would have to be at their most organised in facing a Sevilla team on a run. 3 wins and 2 draws in 5. It would take something special. It was produced by Pablo Aimar. That was the key moment of the game, and the only moment of any interest to us. 1-0 the final score. Points rather than performance, the key for Deportivo, who began the day 8 points off leaders Sociedad. This match and venue rarely been kind of Deportivo. 2 wins here only since '96. Clemente and Espanyol much improved, but when Roy Mackay's around, anything's possible. 13th goal of the season for him. He's kept the momentum going. He's brought in 2 new signings. Tony Jimenez back after 4 years after he left for Atletico, and former Juventus defender Mourinho Torricelli there as well. The equalising goal 6 minutes after going behind. Roger finding Soldevilla. Very soft equaliser. Poor defending, a key feature of this game for Deportivo this afternoon. But Tamudo was back from suspension for Espanyol and was also a key feature in this game, was his performance. 21 minutes, the ball fed to Roger. Not a defender in sight. Really uncharacteristically slow to pick up the danger signals, Deportivo. And they paid. 4th goal of the season for Roger. All the goals coming inside the first half. No surprise either when the 3rd went in. Something classy to finish the scoring off with. The header from Donato, the 40-year-old who became the oldest player to score in the Liga last week. Still providing key moments this. 3-1 the final score. Testing time for Fernandez as he awoke on Saturday to find he was without 10 players, all of whom would have been playing or on the bench. Not one to moan, he rolled up his sleeves, got on with it and found an unlikely hero, Danielson, providing a recollection to those who'd forgotten just why at one point in his career he was worth over 20 million. They're still very much on course to deliver what Ramos did last season, European football. That incidentally was Danielson's first goal of the season, that was his second. The keeper this time caught the sheer velocity and unexpected finish from Danielson. 2-1, 7 minutes from time, the cross to Aranda. They'd ended a year without an away win at Villarreal with victory against Bilbao. It would not be followed up here. Last week's 4-2 defeat in the new camp left Barcelona 10th, 17 points off the leaders. Van Gaal's preparations for the week interrupted by some of the biggest coaching names in the business announcing their lack of interest in being his next in line. Anyway, onto the field and the action. Hezoli's the top scorer for Celta Vigo, who, and that doesn't say much because they're not scoring many. Hezoli was 6 this season, should have opened it there. Van Gaal unable to do anything about the quality of his goalkeeper. Now, was that a penalty kick? The referee was perfectly positioned, and he gave it. Saviola's foul on Edu. From the penalty spot, redemption. Bonanno stopping Lopez's penalty kick. If he was going out, which many presumed he would be, Van Gaal, if they lost here, he was going to do it with a bang. The squad, the side, including Saviola, Overmars and Clive, had plenty of attacking options. And this was one of the best moments of the first half. Overmars and Xavi, low and hard to the left, and the post saving Celta Vigo. Still the lowest scoring team in the league, Celta Vigo, but their defence is one of the best in Europe. It was going to take something exceptional to open them up, and something on the day that Barcelona would just not have. Now, was that onside? Once again, camera angles from all the areas show that it was, and the opening goal scored by Hezoli. 48 minutes, the opening goal. Despite the fact there was virtually a whole half left, there were very few chances created by Barcelona after this. Now, what about this for one of the goals of the season coming up? 1-2, Silvinho and Edu. Outstanding goal of the week. "94 minutes, the final whistle, and it could still yet be the final whistle on Van Gaal's career at Barcelona." Malaga season at one point looked to be highly promising. They opened almost on a 15-game unbeaten run. Then following victory against Osasuna on November the 4th, it all went wrong and they've failed to win since. One goal scored in the 64th minute here. Kiki Musampa. English interest in the crowd. John Gorman of Tottenham was over the day looking for a striker. Final score, 1-0 to 0.